Ahoy, morning breathers, and welcome to Tuesday morning's edition of, the Morning Breath.
Morning breath.
Yeah, that's what we call it.
Yeah,
That's what we've been calling
that's
it.
what the logo on the front says. Morning breath. Not right now. But
Okay. I should look at that more often.
yeah, whatever. We got
I'm
the
busy looking at other stuff.
we got the outside cam going now too. So
The
that
outside cam was cool. I like starting that out like that, Peter. That's neat.
I try my best.
You do well. So that is that was the brainchild of SPP,
Yep,
who's in the house.
Ahoy, Skipper.
Ahoy to you, my lad.
there it is.
There she is. The Mill Seed Building. Sitting, overlooking the liquor store and other things.
Setting what 10 blocks from its original location,
Yeah.
something like that.
It just got up and moved one day.
Not quite that easy. We all watched it happen, and
Yes,
it was
we did.
It was a process.
Quite a deal. That's funny. That guy had that show for a
minute,
little bit.
like a minute. Yeah.
His 15 minutes of fame was maybe 4.
Yes.
But I digress.
We
You don't have
digress.
to talk about that. No. Boss man Matt's in the house.
Ahoy, Skipper.
He's feeling really good today.
Ahoy.
Actually, I think you look a little better today than you did yesterday.
Yeah, well, I said this yesterday. It's a cold. I got a cough and a cold. I don't really have a temperature. It's one of those things that just kind of drags you down.
You got
right?
the ick.
I just got the ick.
And so I had a thing that I did not take the time to read about, but it says, what does it mean when you have the ick?
Yeah,
This was in my morning feed that I watch.
right.
And I'll read on that, so I'll tell you why you feel like you do.
All right. I just kind of feel tired, run down, cough, sore throat, but it's not. I went to the doctor yesterday, and I wouldn't normally go because I know it's just a cold.
You got the things you got to get healthy for.
I got things later this week that I want to be, and so I thought, well, at least if there's a possibility that there's a miracle drug, I want to take the chance. And I went out there and they tested me for flu and COVID and all the stuff they do, and I was negative. And he basically just said, take some vitamin C and gargle salt water. I said, all right, thanks, doc.
Boy,
That was it.
is your doctor 90 years old?
He's
'Cause
not.
That's like stuff that
I know.
Mom told me.
I know, but he's not. Vitamin C, zinc, and salt water.
My doc says don't forget. Oh crud! What was the other one? Zinc, vitamin C, and
Well, I started earlier a couple weeks ago when I was sick, or 1st of January when I was sick. They told me vitamin D.
There we go.
So I've been doing D as well.
yeah.
So
I
I'm
take-
all vitamined up.
I take D, C, and zinc every day.
Well, so now I do too. We're vitamin buddies now.
Yes, we are. There was a time I was taking niacin, but that stuff's weird.
Yeah, I don't
Take that.
know. I think I've heard of it, but
Yeah, that's not the funnest thing. Good Lord, is it hot in here?
it is warm in here
What
today.
the holy hell happened?
I don't
The
know.
wind changed.
Maybe.
Whew. Can you breathe in here, Peter?
Really?
Yeah, that's tough.
That's why I wore the t-shirt.
Yeah. The Southeast Iowa Video Network, we are sponsored by KCTC.
Thank you, Casey.
Thanks, Casey, and all the gang over at KCTC. And the Morning Breath crew, the 3 of us. I thought Rachel was going to be here today.
She's coming Friday, I think.
Friday. Okay, no worries. We're sponsored by Hy-Vee and Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh.
Thank you, Willie.
Thanks, Willie. I don't know if there's anything great to talk about on TV last night. The only thing I want to know sports-wise is I just couldn't watch anymore. Iowa State
They got beat
by Kansas.
by like 17, 69, 52 or something.
They're on the funk right now.
3-game losing skid.
They're on the funk.
Yep.
They were ranked 8th, and they'll stay ranked 8th until the weekend.
Yeah. I think Kansas was 17th or something. So
Yeah, a little bit above them. It's tough to win in Kansas.
yeah, well, it's tough to win. And we've talked about this. Iowa State's still a good team. They got a player out, and it's a long season, so they'll figure it out.
Yep.
I think the Iowa men play tonight against Purdue. They'll get destroyed. And Owen Freeman.
Purdue will get destroyed?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, no. And Owen Freeman, the 7-foot center, however big he is, he's out for the season.
Oh, what happened?
Hurt his finger, has to have surgery on a finger.
On a finger?
Yep.
Tape that thing up and go.
Yep, not happening. He's out for the season.
On a finger.
Yeah, well, the little bit that I read about it, it's a finger, and people were asking, well, lots of people play through finger injuries, and they said, well, there's a potential for long-term damage if you don't fix it now.
So the school is not letting them do that so that they can't come back on them and say,
Right.
you goofed up my hand. It's like this forever.
Yeah,
now.
and there's also speculation that Owen Freeman's like, you know what, I'm not going to be here next year. I might as well we'll see. I don't know.
Let's hope it's just the finger.
Yeah.
Because I think if my finger hurt, I might say,
Yeah. So
put a
anyway,
mitt on it.
he's having surgery.
These guys have broken noses and they play with a mask, and I would way rather not play with a broken nose than a
Yes.
Get away with
messed
a
up
mask.
finger. Yeah, with those masks,
Those masks, yeah.
look like Batman. Kind of.
Speaking of Batman, the Penguin, we talked about that. Ray brought that up. I finished that. There's one season of that. It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah. And I think Ray brought it up about Sopranos without the therapy, and there's no therapy.
There's no therapy.
There's no therapy. And I'm not sure therapy would be very successful even if they attempted it. So there's some deep-seated stuff going on there.
All right.
But it's pretty good.
Yeah, I'll try and watch it. I started watching Mad Men again.
I have not watched that. I'm thinking I should.
Like I thought I watched the whole thing.
My brother watched it, so I've seen some parts, but it seems really good.
It is, but where I started picking it up was I don't know on some channel and
Yeah, it was on
stuff like
AMC or something.
Yeah.
For a while.
and I thought I don't remember any of this, so I wondered if I missed a bunch. I asked Patty. I said, "Did you watch a bunch of this without me?" Or I don't know.
Yeah.
Because it's like watching it all over again new.
Well, yeah, I haven't watched it. I keep thinking I should. I have not watched it.
It's pretty.
I know about
pretty
it,
good.
but I've not seen it.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. I started Pennyworth now.
What?
Pennyworth.
Pennyworth?
Yes. Pennyworth is Alfred Pennyworth, who later in life is Batman's butler.
Yeah.
And this is kind of his origin story. And I'm going to tell you what, Alfred the butler is not the same as Alfred when he was a young man. He's kind of a badass. So,
That's where Batman learned it.
yeah, well, yeah, Alfred's a badass.
That's interesting. Interesting.
And he had sex with the Queen of England. The funny part the funny part about that is the Queen's like, you can never tell anybody about this, and he's like, who would believe me? Well, I'm not telling, but who would believe me?
Yeah. Oh shoot.
Yeah. So anyway, there's my TV watching.
Okay. Do you watch any of the Grammys?
No, but I got a
neither.
few winners.
I've seen I saw the notifications. So
You get notifications because you're like, are you a voter or something? What?
Are you a voter?
I could be a voter. You don't know.
I know.
It's like
I'm not
you're with
making
the Queen of
fun.
England. You'll never believe me if I told you.
It's true. It's true. How do you get notifications? Like a
There's a-
X thing or something?
Yeah, there's a Twitter account that
Okay.
keeps up with all the winners. and
Don't they
stuff.
don't these kids call that X today? Is Twitter still a thing?
It's X.
Okay.
But yeah,
It's technically X, but
All right.
I don't know.
I
like to
still
call it Twitter.
I still call it Twitter. I just
think
can't get over
X
it.
is much easier to say than Twitter. That's just me.
It's a difference of one syllable.
Makes a big difference because there's only so many words that can come out of this mouth properly, as you all know. I don't say a lot of words right all the time.
No?
You don't catch it, do you? Thank you, Peter. I know Matt does, and I'm sure there's others.
Yeah, that's all right. It's all good.
You have some winners.
Yeah, a couple. Not all of them, of course. But album of the year was Cowboy Carter by Beyonce.
She finally won one of those.
Yeah, she finally
Heard
won.
that.
Yeah, song of the
That
year.
made news. Forgot to.
It did. Well, not only that, but it was also country album of the year.
I heard that was controversial.
Yeah, I've heard the one song. She did a duet with Miley Cyrus, I think, right? And that's on this Cowboy Carter. And I don't know. The song's okay. I don't know. I would call it country necessarily, but she got country album of the year. I think another one that was, they didn't really go 1, 2, 3, 4, right? But another one that was nominated for country album of the year was Post Malone.
He did a country album.
Yeah, well, but those don't seem like country people.
I think John talked about it one time.
Well, he did a song with Morgan Wallen, and Morgan Wallen is all country.
I think he did a whole album.
Okay, maybe he did. So, song of the year, Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar. No clue.
Well, all I can tell you is there's a big beef between him and some other rapper dude.
Drake.
Yeah,
I
you
just-
knew that.
No, I didn't. That's the only
You
other rapper I
appeared-
knew.
You appeared to know.
I know 2
You're
rappers.
in the know, man.
Yeah, Kanye. I know Kanye.
I heard him and his wife went to the something, and she actually came naked, flaunting around the red carpet naked, and they escorted them both out.
Okay.
I mean, she didn't have a stitch on,
Well, that's a lot of self-confidence is what that is.
or a big middle finger to everybody.
Well, yeah, even
Kanye's
if you're
just a
doing
weird cat.
yeah, I don't deny that. Best new artist, Chappell Rowan.
Chapel Roan.
Chappell Roan. There you go. So you can tell I don't know that one. Best rap album, Alligator Bites Never Heal by Doechii. Best pop album, Short and Sweet by Sabrina Carpenter. I've heard of her, at least. And best country album is Beyonce.
Well, there you have it.
So, not that anybody...
I was sitting at the edge of my seat waiting
Yeah.
to hear all those.
Yeah, well, I
don't want to make fun of your thing because normally we would talk about that, but I think that the music world has changed so much that I don't know any of these people.
I can safely tell you I had zero interest in any of this. I just pulled the list because it gave us something to talk about for 2 minutes.
I did flick it over, and who was a singer? My wife loves him. I Lose Control. God dang it. Oh, Teddy Swims was performing. Weird looking cat, but man, has he got pipes.
Ray said she did have a stitch on. It was just a see-through stitch.
Well, whatever I read said she was naked, and they said, you got to go. So, Ray, maybe you saw a video of that. I didn't. He's just a weird cat.
Yes.
And how do you talk your wife into doing that?
Like I said,
I don't think you have to wear anything.
a lot of self-confidence. That's pretty bold.
Yeah, it is. Got 3 minutes. Is there anything else you want to cover?
I don't. Well, here's just a quick little thing. So, Iowa native and NASA astronaut is being inducted into the U.S. Astronaut Hall of Fame. Peggy Whitson grew up in Beaconsfield in southern Iowa. She flew on 3 NASA long-duration space flights and served as commander. She spent a total of 675 days in space, more than any other American astronaut or female astronaut in the world. So she's getting into the Astronaut Hall of Fame. So my real question is, she deserves this. This is not about her whatsoever. But all astronauts should probably go in the Hall of Fame, huh? If you're an astronaut.
Well, one would think, but there's the best of the best. Those that do
I
stuff
know,
that
but
nobody else
if you go to space, it's like, all right, you're in the Hall of Fame.
should be. You know what? I can't agree. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, it's just like
You
dude,
made it
You
and made it back.
Yeah, you're going in. You're in. So, and I don't know how many astronauts there are in the world that have been to space, but I don't care. Put them all in. They went
They
to
all get a
space,
seat. There's room.
except for Bezos, who went and just broke the surface of. Yeah,
that was
that doesn't count.
His flights.
Yeah, not doing that. So anyway, good for Peggy Winston. I'm not making fun of that. It's just I think if you go to space, all astronauts are in the Hall of Fame. That's my whole point to that. That's it.
Yeah, it takes all the voting and controversy out of. Why do you have to wait 3 years before you get in the
Exactly.
Astronaut Hall of Fame?
Nope. As soon as you break the plane,
As
you're
soon as you
in.
come back down and land, here's your bust.
Yeah, exactly. It's going in
up.
the Hall of Fame.
You're up. Is there anything up?
Teddy Swims. What is Teddy Swims?
Ray. Yeah, it was Teddy Swims.
What is that? Who's Teddy?
That was the guy that performed at the Grammys that my wife likes.
Oh, okay.
He sings the song "I Lose Control."
Oh, okay. All right.
But he sings it way better than I say it.
Well, I'm not gonna try. I also don't know the song, so.
Yeah, you're right, Ray. Shatner's been up there.
Well, Shatner should also be in the Astronaut Hall of Fame.
Boy, Ray, you know way more about this because I just got a snippet of this Kanye thing, and it was really quick, and it was here's how he showed up, and he was on the red carpet, and people were taking pictures, and then he got asked to leave. That's all I could see.
Well, so it says he didn't have an invitation to attend. So if they showed up naked with an invitation, do they get thrown out?
We'll never know.
No.
Hopefully, he doesn't ever go back. That's what I think. We got to take a break.
Okay.
We'll take a break and we'll come back. I've got a tongue twister for you.
Okay.
We'll be right back, folks.
Introducing Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every meal is a delight. Start your day with our mouthwatering breakfast options and savor flavorful lunches with friends and family. Cap off your day with our delectable dinners. Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every moment is delicious.
Washington County Hospital and Clinics, providing quality health care that puts you first. Whether during a hospital stay, seeing a primary care provider for wellness exams or sick visits, minor surgery to a total joint replacement, or recovering from an injury, we're here when you need us.
More than you expect for your health care. Washington County Hospital and Clinics.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections, like how we connect you with the flexible financing you need to install that all-season room or remodel your kitchen with a home equity line of credit. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
Ahoy, morning breathers. Welcome to Tuesday. Terrific Tuesday.
Terrific Tuesday.
We're back with Boss Man Matt and SPP. And me, the captain.
Ahoy, Skipper.
Skipper.
The Skipper.
So, apparently there's people that study everything. And they have found the hardest tongue twister in English language.
All right.
And I will say it to you, and we shall try it. And there's many more, but this is the one they have deemed, MIT deemed this to be the hardest phrase to say.
Well, MIT folks are pretty smart folks, so.
Yes. The tongue twister goes like this. Pad, kid, poured, curd, pulled, cod. Pad, kid, poured, curd, pulled, cod. The curd is the hard one.
Pad, kid, pulled, curd.
Poured, curd, pulled, cod.
Pad, kid, poured, curd, pulled, cod. Pad, kid, curd, pulled.
If you read it, it's maybe a little easier to read.
Pad, kid, poured, curd, pulled, cod. Pad, kid, poured, curd, pulled, cod. Yeah, this is why. First of all, why would you say that?
Well, they went into a lot of things about, it's the hardest tongue twister to pronounce because of the P's and the C's and the R's, and it went into a bunch of P's and K's. They're hard to do. I wouldn't have known that.
I mean, you could be on a beach and go, Sally sells seashells down by the seashore, and that's something you could use in regular conversation. I don't think I'm pulling curds or whatever.
Nope, you're not. You can't. You're not going to do that in a conversation.
No, that's not a regular conversation.
So what MIT did, they just said, well, let's put these 6 words together, or whatever it was,
Right.
and make it as difficult as possible.
So you know what that really would be is a good, our new password system for our IT requires like 16 letters. So there you go. That's your new password. Pad, curd, pulled. Nobody's going to guess that.
Who will ever guess that? MIT would.
MIT would.
They'd look at it and go,
Yeah.
wait a minute.
Yep.
We did this in 2013.
Pad, curd, pulled, kids.
I moved on.
Yeah.
There's 7. Those are too long. Let's do some short ones. Send toast to 10 stout saints' 10 tall tents.
Send toast.
I should have probably done this before. Send toast to 10 tents stout saints' 10 tall tents.
Well, they're just putting random hard words together is all.
3 free throws.
3 free throws. You have to say that slow.
An ape hates grape cakes.
An ape hates grape cakes.
That was not too bad. A shapeless sash sags slowly.
A shapeless sash sagged slowly. You have to say them
Say
slow.
that faster.
You have to say them slow.
Scissor sizzle, thistle sizzle.
No.
Can't do that. Scissors sizzle. Thistle sizzle.
Okay. I just believe you.
I saw a kitten eating chicken in the kitchen.
Saw a kitten eating chicken in the kitchen.
That was pretty easy. Green glass globes grow greenly. Glow greenly.
Green grass glows greenly. Globes. There's a globe in there. I missed a globe.
Tie twine to 3 tree twigs.
Okay.
Tie twine. Tie tot.
Nope.
Can't do it. 6 sticky skeletons. Cooks cook cupcakes quickly.
Cooks cook cupcakes quickly.
A happy hippo hopped and hiccuped.
A happy hippo what?
A happy hippo hopped and hiccuped.
Oh, well, you should sneak up behind him and scare him.
That's some, this is stuff we do every day to make sure we enunciate.
Yeah, is that what it is?
That's what we do.
Okay. Yes, before the show, you just...
Just go along with me, man.
All right. Before the show, it's just nothing but tongue twisters.
There's just like lots of these, so we don't have to do them all, but I thought it was interesting that was the hardest one, and it certainly is hard to say.
It is, but again, you're just throwing words together. I mean, what's the hardest thing that we try to say in regular life?
So, yeah, it could be anything.
Yeah, I know, and everybody's different, but
Certainly not that. Tongue twisters are just fun. They're meant to
they're
put a
fun.
smile on your face, make you giggle. SPP he smirked at me saying something. It's just funny, Matt.
yeah, I'm
You're just not in the
dying
mood.
here.
You're
I'm
just
hot.
not in the mood.
I
You're
am
hot.
It is
Yeah.
hot in here.
If you're hot,
I know, that's bad.
it's friggin' hot.
It's hot in here.
I think the paint is running down the walls
It might
just a
be.
little bit.
It might be.
What else you got over there?
So, Top 10 Tuesday.
Oh,
So we'll do this kind of quick, but it's on the back of your sheet too. Forgotten laws that are still in the books. We've done this before, but I think these are some new ones, but there's some interesting ones on here. No ice cream cones in your back pocket in Alabama.
absolutely not. I've had it with that.
With the ice cream cone in your back pocket?
Yes. People walking around, that's ridiculous.
Well, apparently,
putting up with it.
Apparently, that law stemmed from people were putting ice cream in their back pockets, ice cream cones in their back pockets, and walking by somebody else's horse, and the horse would follow you because you had ice cream in your back pocket, and it would follow you home, and then you could lay claim to it because you didn't steal it; it just followed you home.
That's true.
So now you can't put ice cream cones in your back pocket.
I'm glad that's done.
It's illegal to die in Parliament in England because if you die, it's a royal building. So if you die there, you get a state funeral, and that's really expensive. So you can't die there. You're not allowed.
Yep. I get that.
It's illegal to sell your eye in Texas.
Well,
it's kind of self-explanatory.
I disagree. Listen, if I've got a spare eye, and I do,
And you do.
why can't I sell it? I think there's a hell of a market for that down in Texas.
There might be.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not plugged into the underground organ market in Texas.
Yeah.
If you want to talk about the underground organ market in Iowa, maybe I got some answers. But
You
not
might.
in Texas.
You might.
You can't hunt. No hunting camels in Arizona.
See how hard that was to say?
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Exactly right. You can't hunt camels in Arizona. Apparently, there used to be camels. They brought in for military exercises, and then they got tired of that and let them loose, and people were killing them. But now there's no camels left anyway.
Why? That's awesome.
It's illegal to send surprise pizzas in Louisiana. Have you ever done that? Send pizzas to your friends and then tell them. And
I've never even thought of that.
yeah, it's illegal.
It's never crossed my mind.
Yeah, it's like I'm going to send Tim 4 pizzas, and then it kind of doesn't work anymore because you order everything through the app and you pay beforehand. But it used to be you'd give them a check when they delivered your pizza, and you'd give them a check, right? And so if I could just call and say send 4 pizzas to Tim's place, and they knock on your door and say here's your pizzas, and you'd be like whatever, and they got pizza, and it's illegal.
That's something
Louisiana.
I would have never thought to do that. I was watching a TV show the other day, and somebody came to deliver a package and said it's COD. Did Do you remember those
Yeah,
days?
cash on delivery. I
Yeah.
do remember, but I don't know if I
You
ever
can't
got
get
one.
that anymore, I don't think.
I don't know.
You used to have to pay the UPS guy.
Yeah, I don't remember doing that, but I do remember cash on COD was a thing.
Yeah. That goes back to my old album days or, 8-track days.
Oh,
for a
did you
penny.
get in one of those clubs, the Columbia
Hell
Club?
yeah,
Oh, hell
I
yes.
did.
Penny, you get 10 tapes for a penny. And
I
then,
told my mom about that. She says I said, it's the best deal ever.
yeah,
She said, okay.
until they send you a tape every week for $14.
Yeah, that backfired
Yes.
big time.
Yes, it did. And the number one thing, no using nuclear weapons within the city limits in California. I think that's just good advice in general. I mean, that should just apply to the whole country. You can't use nuclear weapons in city limits.
I wonder why California feels so strongly about this.
Uh,
Truthfully.
they enacted during the height of the Cold Wars was intended to be symbolic gesture against nuclear war rather than an
California
actual
being
statement.
California.
Exactly.
I
So,
think you only get a $500 fine.
yeah.
So
Yeah. if
Look,
I'm
I
not-
can eat that.
But it'd be hard to collect that because after it's already detonated, who are you going to collect that from?
Well, maybe I just have a little one.
A little nuclear weapon?
Yeah.
Just a small nuclear weapon. Okay. Interesting.
I don't know. I get some MIT people together, and we figure out a new tongue twister and say, hey, why you guys are here?
Why don't you make me a little, just a tiny
Let's make us
nuclear
a
weapon?
small one.
A small nuclear weapon.
7:41. Should we take our last break and get set for the day? SPP.
let's do it.
All right, we'll be right back.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, the connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. We believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
Attention Hy-Vee shoppers, introducing Hy-Vee Perks, your ticket to exclusive savings and rewards. Access exclusive perks, prices, earn gas discounts, and unlock special deals. All this for free. Join Hy-Vee Perks today and start saving.
Bring the kids, share the memories, celebrate 75 years of traditions at the Midwest Old Threshers Reunion. Relive the magic of steam engines, antique cars, and trucks, tractors, gas engines, and horses. Whether it's your first visit or a cherished tradition, you'll enjoy the delicious foods, the thrill of an Old West shootout, and the excitement of nightly grandstand entertainment. For 75 years, this has been the place where memories are made at the 2025 Midwest Old Threshers Reunion, August 28th through September 1st in Mount Pleasant, Iowa. Visit oldthreshers.com for more details.
The Connie and Amanda team is dedicated to giving back to our community by actively engaging with our clients, businesses, and the public. When it comes to helping you find your next home, investment, or commercial space, the Connie and Amanda team is here for you.
Ahoy, morning breathers. Welcome back to Tuesday's edition. Tomorrow's a very special day for us.
It is.
For us.
It is. I
It's
don't.
the anniversary.
And I probably, you were asking me before if I got any big things planned for tomorrow, and I really don't. We probably should make a bigger deal out of it, but I don't
You
know.
know, when we get to be this age,
I know now that we're
what the hell? What's the big deal?
1 year anniversary.
Still, the story of us deciding to do this was really funny.
It was.
We can talk about it tomorrow.
We can tomorrow. Yeah,
Because we've already talked about it.
I know, and it was not a long drawn out conversation. I can.
You really browbeat me into this.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay. Let's get set for the day.
Let's get set for the day. Let me hack and cough my way through this. It is Tuesday, February the 4th. This is episode 244. The temperature right now in Fairfield's 23, Mount Pleasant 25, and Washington 21.
It's brisk out there this
It
morning.
is, especially compared to the past few days.
Yesterday was really nice.
Yeah, no kidding. Mostly cloudy today, but we may get a few peaks of sun with a high of only 27 today, so we're almost there already, and a low of 21. Today's headlines from SoutheastIowaUnion.com. Packwood Fire Department hosts pancake breakfast. Henry County Sheriff demands pay after weeks without salary.
Really?
Yeah, that's an interesting story. It's front page of the Southeast Iowa Union today.
I can't wait to get the paper today.
Yeah. New superintendent for Waco and Highland introduces himself. Sports tonight. Mount Pleasant takes on Keokuk Bowling. Fairfield girls basketball goes to Mount Pleasant, and the Fairfield boys basketball team hosts Holy Trinity.
Holy Trinity.
Holy Trinity. On this day in 2004, the website Facebook was launched as thefacebook.com.
Isn't that something?
Later, it would become the largest social network in the world. So 21 years, Facebook.
Who would have thought?
Wow.
And it seems like it's been around longer than that. I mean, I don't know.
2004.
21 years.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just trying to think. I mean, there was internet. I'm just trying to think how even inundated we all were with the internet in 2004.
It was a whole new thing, Facebook.
Peter was like 2, 3.
Maybe.
I was 3.
Well, you weren't 3 when this guy, George Washington, got elected in 1789.
Okay. Nope.
Were you?
I was not.
Got you on that one.
Man.
Still
You're the
today.
first president. How do you miss that one?
I don't know.
You missed it.
I was more interested in the Facebook, apparently.
I'm still intrigued by George. In fact, I watched a thing on Thomas Jefferson last night on public television until I fell asleep.
Yeah. Well, the thing, many things you remember about George Washington, but he had wooden teeth. I just always
did.
found that
Have you seen
fascinating.
the teeth? It's at Mount Vernon.
No.
It's about as gross as you think it is. 'Cause
Did
it's
Mount
made up of
Vernon?
different human and animal teeth.
Oh.
It's got wires and anyway.
Well, dentistry back then wasn't exact science, I think.
There was left a little to the imagination. Random joke,
try
random
this.
quote, or random fact.
What do you say, Peter?
Let's hear a joke.
Why was the color green notoriously single? Because it was always so jaded. I don't promise they're going to be good. I just promise to deliver them.
That one you have to think about a little
I don't know. Jade, color green.
Yeah, I get it. It's good stuff.
All right. What's your takeaway?
Well, for me, I learned that I have to cancel my hunting trip to Arizona.
Can't,
I had that all scheduled.
it's illegal to kill camels.
Come to find out, I just thank you for sharing because
Yeah, well, right. That could have ruined the
I've
whole
got to
trip.
call everybody and say can't go.
Can't go.
Or we got to switch guns because we can't shoot the camels now.
Yeah, well, how did that read? Is you can't kill them or can't shoot them?
Can't hunt them.
No hunting.
Yeah, I can't hunt them.
Well,
So
if they just walk up to you and eat out of your hand, if
Gonna
they
go
if you
up
put
to-
an ice cream cone in your back pocket and they follow you home, is that hunting?
no,
Nope.
can't be.
So you just own
It's
it. Then.
illegal luring.
Yeah. What'd you learn today, Peter?
I learned that if you're nice enough to MIT professors who come up with tongue twisters, there's a chance you can come up with a small nuclear weapon.
Yes.
There you go. So I also went the MIT route. That we learned that MIT people are smart and sadistic. So
Well, they
Don't make sense.
They have
what's
to-
that?
And say sentences that don't.
And say sentences they don't make sense.
Look.
Smart, sadistic, and say sentences that don't make sense. There's your tongue twister right there.
bingo bango. Send that to them.
Yeah, exactly.
Suck on that, MIT. All right, everybody. Happy Tuesday. We will be back tomorrow for our anniversary day. I hope you're back. I don't want you to not be here.
No, I plan to be. At the moment, I plan to be.
Take 2 vitamin C's and zincs and
Yeah.
D's.
Yeah.
Although you can't have too much D. You know that.
I'll survive. It just is kind of miserable right at the moment.
Okay. Hope you enjoyed today. Thank you all for tuning in. Ray, you always keep us on the straight and narrow. Certainly glad of that.
Yes.
We'll be back tomorrow. Have a great Tuesday.